on the channel, we're running on diesel power with a triple dose of diesel from the Grapplers and Gimmicks, including the 1 of 500 edition.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another Grapplers and Gimmicks retro wrestling unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a triple threat of Diesel with 3 different versions of our old friend Kevin Nash, including the 1 of 500 edition. But of course, for all your Grapplers and Gimmicks needs, make sure you hit up grapplersandgimmicks.com. Check them out, tell them Kyle sent you, of course. And these are selling like hotcakes, as he just dropped these yesterday as I'm filming this. What is time once again? As he did drop these on the website, and they're going quick. And of course, old Mitch over there at Grapplers and Gimmicks, a pretty good friend of old big sexy Kevin Nash himself, and we'll get into that here in a second. But let's do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we're going to start it off with the orange card edition of Diesel right here. Orange card, of course, of much fabled days from Hasbro that never saw fruition. Of course, between all the other retro company lines, we've got all those characters that were supposed to be part of that orange card, but now we're getting the actual version of Diesel that was supposed to look like this, of course. He was supposed to have this look to him over there. So it's, I don't know if right or wrong is the right terminology there, but it's getting something out there the way it was supposed to be many, many years later. So this is a special one to a lot of collectors, I have to imagine. Beautiful Hasbro-inspired card art here. We talk about it with Grapplers and Gimmicks all the time. They feel the most faithful to the old Hasbro brand, where a lot of the other ones take it to the next level, and some take it down a level too. But this one, Grapplers and Gimmicks, it usually seems like very much a continuation from Hasbro, at least in my mind's eye and in my eyes too. There you go. But there's old Diesel on the cover right there looking good. Orange card once again, Grapplers and Gimmicks logo. Got him representing in the package there. Does say with the jackknife punch, of course, like a young Jake the Snake Roberts back in the day, as I guess would have been his action feature if he would have came to fruition in the Hasbro days. On the back, we got Kevin Nash, of course. We got a picture of Mitch from Hassle Toys' wife. We'll talk about that here in a second. Then you got a cross-sell down below. We got Diesel 94, 95, Oz, and then, of course, the Godfather for good measure back here on the cross-sell. We got the artwork as well. And it does say all proceeds from this collectible will be donated in memory of Danielle. Of course, Mitch from Grapplers and Gimmicks lost his wife about a year ago. A terrible scene right there. And Kevin Nash, friends with the family, they worked together to release these to help in her memory there as a donation. So a pretty cool thing right there for the fans, by the fans, as usual. But it does have the call out on here, and it does say, this one's for you. So there you go. But besides that, looking pretty good. Don't see anything else really to call out, so we're going to dive in. We're going to see what's going on with old Diesel Kevin Nash here. And at heart, you know me, I say it all the time, I'm a min-on card guy. It still doesn't get any easier taking these off the card. Would love to have these all on display in a big wall, but there's only so much wall space. And unless I want to buy another house, which, you know, I maybe made an offer, maybe not. See you later, goodbye. You never know what might happen in the future. There you go. But old Diesel out of the package here, looking interesting, looking very interesting here. We'll start with the head. He's got those glasses. They are sculpted into the head there. He's got the slicked back hair. Definitely a moment in time in the hair department. Of course, when he got to Kevin Nash, he got a little bit more poofy there, but Diesel always had that hair kind of slicked back like so. Looking interesting. Great teeth on him. White teeth. Detroit dental plan. Can't be beat, of course. Got the goatee. Got the 2 ears. Got the mouth, of course. Maybe a tad small on the head. That's really my only gripe with that one there. But it does. I know who this is. If somebody handed me this, I would know whose head that is. Of course, got the big singlet top over the top. Does say Diesel right there, of course, for all those that can read. I'm sure everybody watching this. Got the tattoos on the arm, looking good. Black elbow pads, got the black wrist tape. And then, of course, you got that right glove. You always got to display him with his hand up in the air. Got the right glove up there. Should have had the heart punch as a finisher is what he should have had, if you ask me. Got the black tights down here, the black pants. You got the fringe on the side. Big Sexy, he loves some fringe. Loves some fringe on those pants, as we do know. Black boots down to the bottom, of course. Head back and forth, arms all the way around, waist articulation, and that's where it ends. Hastel Toy 2025, made in China for those keeping track at home. First Diesel, here it is, looking pretty darn good. The orange card edition, the card we never got until now. But now we're going to move over to the next Diesel figure here. And we got him a little bit later on, looking at 1995 here. Oh, 1995, quite the year, of course. My sister was born that year. Shout out to old Bailey out there. But looking pretty good here. Looking a little bit more flowy in the hair. How about that? Like the looks of that for sure. Looking good. Got the Grapplers Gimmicks logo once again. You got the figure itself. Different card art style on this one with the blue and the reds. More Hasbro style, I guess older Hasbro style we'll call it. What is the finisher here? With Jackknife Powerbomb, of course, a classic finisher. And then you got a very reminiscent backing of the other one here, but you got the different artwork with this one. A lot of the same stuff here. The Grapplers and Gimmicks design team is dedicated to producing figures in the spirit of the ones we all know and love. We hope our mindful efforts make you feel as if the original line never ended. And that's what I was kind of saying earlier. That's how it always feels to me with these. He's definitely got a style. He's definitely geared in on it. And say what you want, every single retro company has people that love him, people that hate him, but no one will argue that he doesn't turn out the product faster than anybody else. Truly living up to the Hustle Man name. He's coming after my James Brown cape is what he's coming after. I can feel it. I can feel it. He's trying to get that cape. I'm not going to give that cape up so easy, that's for sure. I'll get my dad involved. Oh, there you go. See you later. Goodbye. And now we get old Kevin Nash Diesel once again. Very similar, of course. The game is to get the most out of your molds. We got the same body going here with a few little tweaks, a few little differences. You got the same legs, obviously, the same right arm. The left arm is different, so I appreciate a little touch like that. You had the open hand over here. You got the closed fist over here. And then, obviously, the heads are different between these two, and that's where we're going to start. We got the Kevin Nash head going on over here, looking very good. Got the goatee. Looking nice. I don't have any issues with that. I would know this is Kevin Nash if somebody handed me that head sculpt. If they'd say, hey, it's a wrestler, I could get there. I could definitely get there. Got the singlet top over the front. Once again, Diesel on the front there. You got the pants. You got the silver trim on the fringe instead of the all black like we saw over there. Black wrist tape, black elbow pads, black boots, and then, of course, the black fisted glove once again. Exact same articulation as the last one here. You do get side to side on the head, arms all the way around, and waist articulation. 2025, once again, Hastel Toys, made in China. Looking good here. So it's what a difference a year makes, of course. Looking pretty cool, though. No issues right there. But now it's going to get real crazy. I hate to do it, but we must. We got to do it for Beekman and his world. It's the 1 of 500 edition of Diesel. Ooh, I'm diving in. I can't believe I'm opening this up, but here we are here today. Got him in the white top there, of course. Very similar to the last one with a little bit of differences. I love the homage, Todd McFarlane, to KB Toys up there with the 1 of 500 sticker. Grapplers and Gimmicks. 18 and up, you 17-year-olds, you can't handle all this. Let me tell you, with Jackknife Powerbomb once again, it is a repaint from the last one, so very similar to what we saw before. Same thing on the back, looking very good. We're going to do it. Oh, it pains me, guys. It pains me. But once again, it must be done. It must be done. And uh-oh, I got a bad pull off of here. Got a bad pull. I'm going to try to sneak in with a knife to make the pull a little cleaner. See if I can do it. Oh, my goodness. There we go. You know me, I like to keep the card art on these. I like to try to, at least. I still regret all those years ago. I remember I was like going to college and I said, you know what? I don't need these cards. And I threw all my Hasbro carding away. I regret it to this day. Oh, if I could go back and dumpster dive and get those back. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. But now we got the Diesel going on really good right here. Same head we saw before, same body, same articulation, same thing as the last one. The big difference here, obviously, is the white singlet top over the top of this one looking good. I do got a little paint imperfection on the S right there. Obviously, your mileage may vary, but I do got a little bit of a scuff right there on the S. But besides that, you got the tattoos, you got the glove, you got the elbow pads, you got the pants. Everything is identical to the last one. Just a little bit of a twist in the color combination, which makes sense. That's the way it goes. I get it. Got to get the most out of your molds. We know how it goes by now. Not just this toy line, but all toy lines. But we got a triple threat of Diesel. Can we believe that here? Now we're unboxing this one. They also released Oz at the same time, so that's going to be a separate video. Very excited about that Oz. Tell some stories along the way with that one. But a very cool thing right here. And of course, the proceeds going to charity. You can't beat that. You feel a little bit better about your purchase when things do go to charity. At least I do. I'm speaking for myself there. But of course, we did get our friend Diesel from Mattel once upon a time. I mean, this totally looks like it's part of a different line. Massive retro here compared to these. But there is a little bit of quite the difference there. And of course, might as well bring this out too. Old Kevin Nash. So you can kind of see the differences, but man, oh man, those Mattel retros are so much bigger than these grapplers and gimmicks. I didn't really notice that until you get them side by side right here. But it is very cool to kind of complete the orange card series once again. We've danced around a lot of different the retro companies working on their guys, and it is cool to get one that was supposed to be here that never came to fruition, and now to get two more on top of that. Not a bad day at the office if you're a Kevin Nash Diesel fan, of course, and then the Oz I was talking about earlier. So there it is. Kevin Nash, Diesel, Grapplers and Gimmicks. Head over there right now. Maybe some left. You'll have to dive in over there and find out for yourself. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on these figures. Worth the pickup for you? Pass, long game, no game, sold out game? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channels. 2 channels every single day with content. Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, the best way to support the channel, as you guys do know by now. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is my podcast each and every single Tuesday, where my wife Angie and I break it all down. And I don't know what it is, but we find out every single week. Check out the podcast if you have not already. Wherever podcasts are found, videocast on YouTube. So for another Grapplers and Gimmicks unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?